Jackson Podcast.
It's something about the statement that Finesse two times once said in a rap. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F 'em. That sticks out with this situation to me. Speak Spanish or go home. I feel like Donald Trump won the presidency based upon the migrants coming over here illegally, how they was trashing the cities, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, how the finances was being distributed from the Biden administration over to Ukraine, people physically seeing $60 billion a month going to fund something that we don't have nothing to do with and our tax dollars are paying for it. I feel like that's the reason he won. Now you have the mayor of Los Angeles interfering with ICE and the job that they're trying to do to remove illegal people from the city of Los Angeles. And you also got people in Mexico upset with Americans coming over there leveraging their economy so they can be able to maintain their financial status, doing what they are attempting to do over here. So this is just a research show. I wanted to look around on the YouTube stratosphere and see some of the videos that's being created and give my take on what's going on and see them. How are they going to fix this in Los Angeles before the Olympics come? Let's get into the videos. Let's go.
Protests in Mexico City turned violent over the weekend as protesters took to the streets, making their voices heard against gentrification and mass tourism. The protest was directed at the large number of U.S. tourists as rent prices have increased dramatically since 2020, and many locals feel pushed out of their own neighborhoods, the Associated Press reports.
Pues el día de hoy estamos luchando contra la gentrificación. La gentrificación es este proceso por el cual las personas originarias de los barrios se ven desplazadas por gente con mayor poder adquisitivo. Es decir, gente que viene de otros países, en su mayoría extranjeros, a querer imponer su cultura, sus precios y desplazar a los mexicanos, a los nativos de estas tierras.
The protest started peacefully Friday in neighborhoods popular with foreign visitors. People gathered calmly to express concerns about issues like rising rents, displacement of locals, and how tourism is affecting their neighborhoods. However, the protests turned violent when a small group began smashing the windows of businesses and threatening tourists. Protesters painted graffiti messages including "Get out of Mexico" and held signs reading "Gringos, stop stealing our home." After initial actions in local neighborhoods, marchers assembled outside the U.S. Embassy. And that's when more police officers showed up amid the unrest.
Vengo porque la gentrificación solo es un paso más a la colonización, a los despojos y a que exploten nuestros recursos. Ahorita es con la gente, pero ya falta poco para que cuando se les acabe el petróleo, el agua, el litio en otro país, vengan y nos saquen.
According to the New York Times, Mexico City's government secretary urged an end to the violence, saying Mexico City is a city of migrants and that the city's government does not agree with this type of demonstration. The city's governor, Carla Brugada, released a statement on X denouncing the violence. However, she said Mexico City officials oppose gentrification and are working on making housing more affordable. Similar protests have occurred in European cities such as Barcelona, Madrid, Paris, and Rome, where mass tourism and gentrification are also major concerns. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Lauren Keenan. If you want more on this story, download the Straight Arrow News.
I feel like leadership worldwide is failing people. It's failing the people. I got another video I want to play too. This one got 1.3 million views, but I'm going to give a take before I play it. See, they turning up shit. Violence is never the answer. Yeah, hold up. Let me say something different. Violence is the only thing that is respected because people don't respect stuff until you start hurting people, till you start reacting with violence. Speaking and all of this whole type of stuff, it doesn't change anything. It just gives a perspective. But what I want to say, though, about the raising prices of the cost of living, that's happening everywhere around the world. The world is evolving at rates of speed that people can't keep up with, especially with this technology and artificial intelligence. It's pushing everybody out. All the human beings is pushed out. And when I seen them complain about raising the prices on the cost of living in Mexico, I started thinking about how them coming over here is lowering the wage rates. Like people are working for a lower wage rate. Them coming over here, they're willing to work for lower rates and live 10, 15 to a house. That's not what we used to. So I started thinking about like, is Mexico a capitalist economy? Because in capitalism it's a top, it's a bottom. We don't care about your life, we care about finances. And I did my Googles right quick, on the show. This is according to Bing.com. Discover how Mexican embraces a mixed economy, combining elements of capitalism and socialism. Gain insights into the coexistence of the economic status and the unique characteristics and tendencies that they bring. So if it's a mixed economy, that means that they don't have no structure. That's what I feel like. And then to close this out before I play the video of my thought process of this, though, I feel like something's going to happen because their leadership is not, leading at all. The leadership in LA and California is not leading at all. So I will see the presidents of these countries is going to have to step in, and this might create a war. Real talk. Becky's sitting down, eating a nice meal, chilling, cooling, spending their money, and getting ran up out that motherfucker. Oh, man. It's crazy. Looking at this video, though, and seeing how they're reacting to the Americans with violence and how they come over here. No disrespect neither, because I got a few individuals that I rock with from Mexico. Heavy, they cool. You know what I'm saying? But they over there reacting to Americans with violence. We don't react with violence with them. This is gonna end up starting a war as soon as they hurt somebody. Right when they start hurting white people and killing white folk out there, Trump gonna declare a war. And it's gonna be crazy. I don't want that to happen though, but the problem is their leadership. This is what I'm seeing. Let me play the audio. I'm gonna read that to y'all and I'm gonna give y'all my take. Then I'm gonna play what's going on in LA with the mayor, Karen Bass. Mexico City does not agree with gentrification. We know that gentrification can exclude those who have lived all their life in their neighborhoods. Ah, they may not agree with it, but that's something that's been going on in America for years, and they want to live like an American country. America have removed people from their families, have removed people from their neighborhoods before I was born. If you don't evolve, you get removed. That is part of the problem with capitalism. It doesn't have no feeling structure, and they want to be a part of what we got going on here, but they don't want to deal with what's going on. Their country is not evolving. That is the problem with monetizing, God's resources, monetizing water, air, monetizing everything that was meant to be on this planet for free to so the people can live. It's just interesting though because they can't. This is nothing they can do about it. Gentrification. If they're gonna build and grow, you gotta build and grow. If you don't build and grow, you're just gonna stay the same forever, and that ain't gonna be. That's not a successful way of operating. So I don't know what's gonna be done. I know the people gonna be hostile and everything though, but this is crazy. Just to be honest with you, I'm gonna play this video of what's going on in Los Angeles and give my take on Karen Bass and her leadership skills and all of that because she been doing some crazy stuff. I think this is a video of her walking in front of tanks and everything, trying to support support the illegal people that's over here trying to assimilate with American society, but they want our people that's over there legally to leave and quit raising the price of things, and they reacted to them with violence. And then the leaders of Los Angeles is protecting their people illegally. This is weird.
Oh, this is a live aerial view right here as you are taking a look at a large convoy and DHS officials right there, agents. And this is from our Fox correspondent Bill Malugin saying that breaking news, we are with hundreds of federal agents and military as a massive federal immigration enforcement operation is underway in the MacArthur Park area of the sanctuary city of Los Angeles, an area with heavy MS-13 influence. Mayor Bass has demanded that the raids stop. So this is another live look, aerial view right here from KTTV as hundreds of federal agents and military are part of this massive immigration enforcement. You can see, in fact, the large tanks right there. You can see the agents in their gear. And that does look like it's Mayor Bass, who is surrounded by photographers. So we're working to get more information on this. It does look like she is going to be discussing this with some officials. I'm just going to raise the audio. This is from the helicopter of our Fox 11 LA team. So it's unclear as to whether or not we're actually going to get any sound. But that is LA Mayor Karen Bass walking the streets there in LA as hundreds of federal agents and military are operating a federal immigration enforcement operation. This is happening right now in Los Angeles. So you can see that Mayor Bass surrounded by media as they're asking her for comment. We also see a number of federal agents surrounding the area as well, as this is a DHS raid operation happening right now in LA. This is a live look from our KTTV helicopter, and you can see Mayor Bass there in the teal suit right there. It's a little hazy as you can see that the helicopter now panning away, but we did want to share this with you coming into our Live Now for Fox Studios at this moment from LA as hundreds of federal agents and military are there in LA as part of a federal immigration enforcement operation. We are working to gather more information, and should we hear from LA Mayor Bass, we will do so. I am just going to raise the audio to see if we can hear anything. This is a live look from the helicopter, so it is unlikely, but let's just try.
This is where we are. This is really the altitude where we're at. This is this is the 2x, this is just the glass. And then when I hit the digital doubler, we lose resolution. All right.
I'm gonna close out with this, man. I ain't even gonna play that whole video. I'm gonna close out with this. Dang, it's more. Okay, we're gonna have to hear what she says right here also. But I want to say something. Her protecting people and standing up for people that's doing something illegal that is from another country is crazy. Because we want to lock up and hinder our own people for doing illegal things. But you want to protect the people from the other country. Stop. It has to be some sort of agenda behind this by the Democratic Party, by the city of Los Angeles, by California Governor Gavin Newsom. This has to be something. It has to be a hidden agenda that it could be the votes. It could be something deeper than that. But stop. This is blasphemous. When I think about the black community all over the nation, if we was to do something illegal, they will remove the fathers from the family and lock them up. But you want to protect these people from another country. Get them the hell up out of here, man. I wonder if it's a way that the United States or laws could be used to end sanctuary cities completely, because we're ruining our most beautiful cities in the country by allowing this to happen. I want to find somewhere where she's speaking, and I think this is the video. If it isn't, though, y'all, I apologize.
Today.
Okay. We up to speed. This was 3 hours ago. Los Angeles, July the 7th, 2028. Let's get to it.
I was on my way to the press conference with the governor. While I was on the way, though, I got alerted that there was a ICE operation, military intervention, who knows, at MacArthur Park. I turned around. We went to the park. I could see a helicopter in the air. I think it was a Black Hawk helicopter. And I saw military tanks. It was the Custom and Border Patrol, and it might have been military on the periphery. To me, this is another example of the administration ratcheting up chaos by deploying what looked like a military operation in an American city. So I went to MacArthur Park because it is very important that the truth be told about what happened there. Now, you can spin it any way you like, but in my opinion, it's a political agenda of provoking fear and terror. Frankly, it is outrageous and un-American. Who were in the park today were children. It was their summer camp, their summer day camp. Those kids now have no activities this afternoon. They have to stay inside. They were ushered inside so that they didn't get exposed to the troops that were walking in formation across their playground area. We did not want the children to be aware that it was ICE. Although I do have to tell you that I went and I spoke to an 8-year-old. I never let on what was going on upstairs, but did this 8-year-old tell me that he was afraid of ICE? Did the 8-year-old tell me that he was afraid of ICE taking his parents and he didn't think it was good to take people away? So understand that that 8-year-old knows enough of what's going on that he's already traumatized in anticipation. And I don't know if he had a sixth sense or not to know that they were upstairs. But I think it's pretty dramatic that a child said to me that he was fearful of ICE. So what I saw in the park today looked like a city under siege. I just think it's important that we continue to tell the truth to the American people. There was no protest. There was no disorder that required that.
you know, I feel like it's too late for sympathy. Um, I don't want to keep comparing this with my conversation to the black community because at one point in time in the 60s, they used the federal government on our people. But the difference between that is that we was brought over here. We was brought over here. They forcefully brought some of our people over here and put them to work. So they was considered citizens. The difference between this is that she's using the children for a sympathy ploy, but the parents came over here illegally. The parents got to be held responsible for the illegal actions. If you get removed from your child, that's the American way. It was going on before, you know what I mean? You knew what you was getting yourself involved in. A lot of people want things in life. They want to come over here. They see the success of certain Americans because it's promoted on television, the NBA and people in movies and acting and rapping and singing. And they see all of that and they think that it's sweet over here and it's really not, dog. You got to abide by rules, laws, and regulations, man, just to get a driver's license. They done changed the whole trajectory. These illegal people done changed the whole trajectory of my DMV experience. It's so many things that has changed by people coming over here just wanting to be over here so bad that they didn't take the legal route to get over here. And now it's all of these consequences and all of this stuff is going on based upon them not knowing. But then if we was to go to their country, they would react with violence. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. Fuck them. I'm gone, man. Appreciate y'all tuning into my show. Let's further the discussion in the comment section below. I will highly appreciate that, man. Peace, love, plenty of abundance. Make sure you go get you some money and I'm gone. Chill.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.